I would like to see that
Oh,
happen.
you would like to see that, you sad, miserable fuck!
This is my bus. Have
Get
a
on the
nice
bus,
day.
you Forrest Gump-looking ass!
Hey, oh wait, don't have a nice day. Actually have a shitty day, you piece of shit.
Have a shitty life, you stupid motherfucker! My God, I can't believe the nerve of that fucking dickhead! I mean, me, a prostitute? If anything, I'm an escort. I'm a high-class fucking escort. Men would pay thousands of dollars for me. Not one of these sex goblins. They'd pay thousands of dollars to fuck this fresh pussy.
Speak your truth, honey. Speak your truth.
Excuse me? Was I speaking?
Speak your truth.
Was I speaking to you?
No, sorry, honey. I was walking by and thought you were having a feminist breakthrough, baby.
I was. Before your bitch ass interrupted me.
Oh, well, I overstepped my boundaries. I'm sorry, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you. I like your earrings.
Oh, no, this don't go like that. You don't get to compliment me after
Why
you get
the
to
fuck
be
not?
Because you a fucking bitch, lady. I was trying to be nice to you, and you come out to me and you say, go away, and then you want to say, you got nice earrings? Nuh-uh.
Oh, boo-hoo, you one of those feminist liberal types who get their fucking feelings all in a bunch. Well, aren't us women supposed to stick together? Aren't we supposed to give compliments to one another even if we really don't mean them?
Well, I really meant what I said to you, bitch. I was walking by.
How the fuck was I supposed to know
live
that?
your truth, bitch. I didn't know your truth was to be a fucking cunt.
Well, your truth is to be a fucking nasty whore. At least men pay thousands of dollars for me. You look like you came from fucking a long line of incestuous sex goblins.
You know, there's a little bit of sex goblin blood in my line.
I can tell.
I don't see how that.
You just caught me on a bad day. Hold on, what?
Racism was dead. I bet you support that island of slaves Donald Trump's running.
You're fucking green. You think I'm gonna be racist towards a green person?
Well, certainly sounds like it. I didn't say you was peach colored. Why you even gotta point out that I'm green, honey? Live your truth, baby.
Maybe
your truth don't involve me no more.
Yeah, well, your truth's about to involve being on Donald Trump's island, because I'm gonna call and report you.
Oh, see? Out now, racism.
You're dying right now.
Yeah, because I'm confronted with an out racist.
I'm not racist.
You just said you're gonna call the island that I just told you enslaved my people and all kinds of people and say you're gonna get them and you're gonna report me now because we just had this altercation over the color, not over the color of my skin, but
it's because you walked by and you were minding your own business.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna stop meddling. You know, my daughter LaTanya said I should stop meddling, but I keep meddling, and now she don't talk to me no more. So you know, maybe you're right.
Thank you. I am right.
You're right. You live your truth, baby.
Okay.
That lady's a fucking cunt.
I know, right? What's your name?
Clarissa. Do you live around here?
I don't have a place to live, Carissa. I'm a wanderer.
You're a nomad, huh?
I guess so. God's honest truth is I don't know who I am. I easily could have just came from the insane asylum.
Well, we got a spot for you right over here if you want to try.
What is it?
It's an abandoned church that we all stay in under the overpass highway.
Okay. Abandoned?
Oh, it's abandoned, yeah. So it's not abandoned anymore. We squat in it, but it's an abandoned church.
Oh, you squat in the abandoned church. Oh, I mean, okay. I guess that sounds good for me. Can I see clients?
Client? I don't see why not.
Okay, you got a space for me to see clients, like a dirty cellar or something?
Oh, yeah. There's a dirty cellar downstairs. For sure. There's a damn dirty cellar.
Okay, well, I'll take it. How much is rent?
Oh, baby, we're squatting.
Squat? Free?
Oh, yeah, baby, we're homeless. We're squatting homeless nomads, honey.
Okay.
But just be careful now. You gotta make sure all the lights are out by 6 p.m. or the police will know we're in here.
I mean, yeah, I could deal with that. I've lived in darkness most of my life, I think. I don't know who I am.
Honey, we can't help you find out who you are. You gotta find that out on your own. Now come meet Father Andrew.
Oh, God.
How you doing, baby?
I'm okay, Father Andrew.
Yeah, oh, and what's your name, young lady?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, maybe you come to the right place. You see, we take walks, we take people like you and bring them in here to this abandoned church, and we let them live out the rest of their days. We just ask for one small thing. Now, it's not rent money or nothing like that.
Okay, that's good with me.
It's just your undying faith and devotion to the cause.
And what's the cause?
Well, we like to fuck the sex goblins. Be honest with you.
You what?
Well,
You fuck those things?
now see, that's part of the problem. Now, you calling them things, but they creatures. I mean, what makes them any different from us, you and me? You know?
I don't know. I never really thought of them as creatures. I mean, do they bleed just like us?
Well, of course. If you stab them, well, they die just like you and me. And if you fuck them, they scream just the same.
That doesn't sound good, though.
Well, not scream. Scream was the wrong thing to say. I was just caught up in the moment. But come with me. Now, I'll introduce you to some of the goblins, okay?
Okay.
Now see, look down here. Yeah, you see there's a whole cell of them. Now, you can kind of see how it's kind of like a humane society. Now, that's one of the ways we support the church here. We let people come in and...
So if they're just like us, why do you keep them in cages?
Well, you're kind of right on that front. And that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to get some rights because a few of us have developed feelings for the sex goblins.
Are you one of them?
Well, of course. I mean, I'm running this establishment for a reason, I guess.
So let me get this straight. You're renting out you're not even renting it, you're squatting in an abandoned church where you keep hundreds of sex goblins in cages, and you fuck them.
Well, we love them, and we sell them around, and I guess it's sort of like we traffic them.
Good
Sure.
God, look at the dick on that one.
I know. Some of them have really grown and mutated in strange ways. Tight holes and long, wide penises.
Oh my God, I mean, it reminds me of one of those bad dragon dildos, and I just always thought, like, it would feel really good to get my pussy stretched out by something not of this world.
Exactly.
But a bad dragon dildo's harmless. It's not an actual creature. I mean,
Well,
look at that thing. It looks like it's starving.
honey, listen. Whoever created these sex creatures put them here for us to procreate with. There's no other answer. There's no
You
other
telling
way.
me that thing could inseminate me?
Now, we're not too sure on that quite yet. We're not too sure on...
So you telling me that original woman I was talking to, that sweet old woman, does she have a relationship with one of these?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a place to live, I guess. But do I have to have... You saying I have to I have to have sex with this thing?
No, you do not have to feel pressured to have sex with any of the sex goblins. In fact, if you're not interested, in no means do you have to do anything involving these creatures. All we ask is that you support the cause undyingly. And that means getting rights for these creatures and fighting so we can marry them and procreate with them and stop the stigma against these beautiful creatures.
Okay, I mean, I could kind of get on board with that. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't marry it. Having sex with it's a little weird, off-putting, but like if you're in love, love is love. I thought we were over that.
Exactly. Love is love.
And you
We're
love
gonna
this
change
thing?
Your mind. We're gonna change your mind about it being gross, but other than that, would you like to meet my potential wife?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You have any wine?
Actually, that's actually a good answer. Now, down here in the wine cellar is actually where I keep my wife.
Okay.
She's in a cage. Now, I don't want you to be put off by that, but you've seen how the sex goblins procreate, and I'm very monogamous and territorial, so I keep her in a separate cage.
Okay, and she's right down here.
Yeah, right down here with the wine. That's her. I call her Stephanie.
Oh, why is she doing that? Why is she rubbing herself already?
She's showing, well, that's what they're for. I'm telling you, this is what they're for. Stephanie, this is, what is your name? Do you know yet, sister?
No.
Well, this is no.
No!
Sister, no.
Fuck me!
What do you say, sister?
I don't know how to feel about this.
What do you say, sister?
Oh, okay.
No pressure. I sense you're feeling a little pressure. Now,
think
Stephanie,
maybe
we're
like
gonna
I
put the
could,
brakes on this. Stephanie,
go
we're gonna
back-
put the brakes on this.
Go back up the stairs now.
Yeah, right this way. Sorry there, Sister No. Sister No, let me show you around the campus a little bit.
Okay.
Sister No, listen. Just close that door. We won't have to hear that anymore, okay? Now, I'm sorry, Sister No. I should not have shown you my wife. Now, I thought you were ready, but I didn't think she would assault you like that.
I don't like this place at all.
Well,
I'm scared.
Sister No, is there anything I can do to make you feel more comfortable?
I mean, I thought the wine would have done it, but the thing was in the way.
Let me get you some wine. I'll go back down there and get you a nice wine, okay? You like white or red?
Eva, I'm not picky. Get it out of a box. I don't care.
All right, I'll be right back. Now you just relax, Sister No, okay?
Okay. Okay, this place isn't so bad. I mean, I'm getting some wine, a free place to live. Smells like sex everywhere. I mean, that's not so bad. I think...
Hey, Sister No.
Yeah?
Sister No. Can you come down here? I got two choices, and I'm just not too sure which one you might like.
Oh, okay, Father Andrew. Okay. Okay, what are the choices?
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this, Sister No. We get a lot of your type in here who think they can come in and use the place and get the wine and the free stuff and not have sex with the goblins.
Yeah, you just told me I could.
You're right. However, Sister No, there is one, I guess, rite of passage, if you will.
Okay.
Close the door, Sister Bethany.
What the fuck is going on?
All right.
What the fuck is going on?
Sister No,
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Father Andrew, Sister No. Now, there is nothing to be afraid of. These creatures are meant for love. And the only way you can really understand that yes, is to be intimate with the sex goblins.
No means no.
Well, Sister No, sorry to say, but no means yes here today. Sister Samantha, get her clothes off.
Oh, no, please.
Now we're gonna release.
God, no.
We're gonna take out Stephanie.
No.
And we're gonna let you two have a few moments together.
Oh, God, no.
And Sister No, I think you are going to find that it's a more pleasurable experience than you were expecting. All right, now, come on out, Stephanie.
Oh, God, that thing is so gross.
Now, that's not nice.
Please
Try to get
let
to
me
know
go.
it. Try to get to know her like I do. We're gonna step out. Come on, Sister Bethany.
Oh.
Come on, Sister Samantha.
Oh, my God, that does feel kind of good. Oh. Okay. Ugh, it's gross to look at, though. How do you develop an attraction? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Hello and welcome to MOATAIF. There's a movie shooting in town here in Savannah. It's I don't want to say it's like a big movie, but I mean, Joe Jonas is in it, and it might be released in IMAX.
Is it his debut as an actor?
It is. It's his film debut. The movie is called Devotion. I'm willing to. We're not supposed to talk about it at all, but since one, nobody listens to this, and two, I'm not gonna like call this like Zach talks about being in Devotion. So, I think we'll be fine. But
Yeah, by the time
was-
anybody would actually hear this,
It,
probably
right.
the movie has already come out. Go watch it.
It might. I don't think it because this is like coming out in March, so I'd be shocked if.
Well,
it
I
came
mean,
out
if
that
at
fast,
any
but-
point we got viewers who went, I guess, who
right.
went back and listened to all the MOATAIF
right.
in order.
Right. So there was I guess Taylor got an email for the casting call for the extras at SCAD at her school. And she submitted herself and then said that I should submit myself. I was really not wanting to. I don't know why, but I was like, I don't want to do that. Got a call, got to do it. So the day that I showed, I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning. And, of course, the whole night before I was up sick, waiting for my, 5 a.m. alarm to go off because I didn't know what to expect. It's
Right.
like any other time you're waiting for your alarm to go off, I'm prone to just be throwing up.
Right.
And obviously, first things first, it's 2021, had to get a COVID test. And then go back to the holding area, which at this point, the whole staging area was just in a high school.
It was in a high school?
Yeah. We had just taken over the entire high school campus as a parking lot and as just the production headquarters. And so I walk all the way back to the end of the property. And I just feel anxious because there's not signs up saying go this way, number 1, get your COVID test, number 2, go here. So I'm just literally.
So you just kind of have to show up and just find somebody
Right.
and be like, what do I do?
Yeah, exactly. So I finally get to the building and we're in it was the size, it was certainly their small gym of this high school. And they had rows of socially distanced chairs and socially distant hair and makeup tables with stylists at them and mirror, that kind of portable vanities.
Right.
And 4 big pop-up tents that were divided into sections for dressing rooms. And then all the costumes at the front. And they pretty much wrangled us the whole day. And to a certain point, it was a little cringe the way they kind of treated you, because it was like, you know, you're such a small part of the movie as an extra, you know, just standing in the background. That nobody was disrespectful. It wasn't anything like that, but it was just really, you know, what the first thing the guy says is he's like, "Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna take a blast to the past, to the 1950s." Like, obviously, like, if we had
he was talking to you like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're
Hi, everybody.
Exactly. It was the big fat all over again, except he was like a small fit, you know, not
Some guy from California.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and it's wild, by the way, the difference between, you can just tell when somebody's from California and when they're from anywhere else.
Why? Just because they're beautiful and
they're beautiful,
well spoken.
They just look different. They're just like completely, you know, the way they dress is different. The way they look, talk, sound, the food that they're eating. You know, every time I see them, they're eating like the most random shit.
Hold on, y'all. Unprofessionalism on my part.
So anyway, we eventually get into costume, and they tell us that the first scene that we're gonna do is the shopping scene, which I was prepared for. I knew that was gonna happen. And then they said that there was a second scene that was taking place at the hotel that I hadn't heard about, so I didn't think I was involved in that at all. They walk us downtown, like a couple blocks away. And by the way, I thought for sure they needed some golf carts, because it was a long ass walk to get from the staging area to where the actual set was. And they had converted the like a Girl Scout storefront downtown to be a 1950s grocery store, and had parked a bunch of like 1950s cars out in the parking lot, and put up like some 1950s billboards out there.
Really? They went through all that?
Oh yeah, for this like one scene. And they had people set up to block traffic, so that way like no modern cars like drove by in the middle of the scene. And yeah, it was just fascinating to be there and be like, there were easily like 250 people buzzing around doing something like that were a part of it. Techs, cameramen.
Oh, just in the production?
Oh yeah. Cast members, crew, stand-ins, so many people, wranglers, assistant directors, unbelievable amounts of people.
Wranglers?
Yeah, that's like how best I could describe them, because they were like, so there was like the wrangler who was also a part of the casting process of the extras, and that group of people sort of were just literally being like taking us from here to there, and then there was the actual assistant director who staged everything that we were supposed to do and told us like, okay, you're gonna so like they grabbed us, the four male shoppers, and took us inside, and he's like, you know, okay, you're gonna be pushing this cart, you know, to this guy, and you're gonna play the store manager, so here's a clipboard.
So what did you end up? You were playing some guy who was at the meat counter?
No, I ended up just walking in the front door. So like the scene takes place outside. So like as soon as we get there, I'm like, okay, they're never gonna see us, because the scene takes place in the parking lot, and the grocery store is just in the background. And so everybody that stayed inside the store is only going to be seen maybe through the windows while you're watching two people talk in the parking lot.
So could you see them talk out in the parking lot, or like?
Yes, and it was so nerve-wracking because they had me at the start of the scene. I come in from off the street and I like walk. They're having a conversation in the parking lot. I come in from off the street, walking like right up against the building and go inside the door as they're talking. So hypothetically, as they're speaking, you might be able to see me in the background walking into the store.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Who was it that was speaking? Was it Mr. Joe Jonas himself?
no, it was not. It was the actual lead of the, because Joe is like the secondary lead, I guess, one of the soldiers. And
Who's the actual lead?
this was Glenn Powers, and
Do I know who it is?
You know, I probably not, because the things that he was in Scream Queens. That's what I recognize.
Never seen it.
He's been in a few movies, but nothing really that big. But I feel like you might recognize him if you saw him, but I don't know.
I'll look up a picture of him real quick just while you're talking.
But the first few times we did it, I mean, we probably did it for easily an hour before they finally brought the stars onto set to actually do it, which I thought was really interesting to see, because like they had a stand-in who was rehearsing the whole thing, and they would, you know, get the lighting right, and he was like the same height, wearing the same outfit. And then literally after we had it all perfect, they had the camera shot timed right, the mic people knew what they were doing, then they bring the star in, and he just does it like once or twice while they record.
Is that really all it takes?
It took probably like 5 or 6 times, I would say. But we rehearsed it and ran it probably 30 or 40 times.
Just walking into the store.
Yeah. And so, well, everybody running it, because there was also like, there's a car that drives by in the background. There's people that are moving around in the store. There's like people that come out of the store. It's wild how much goes into it, because when you watch a movie, you don't notice the extras at all. Like if it's done right, like you're not supposed to notice them at all. And so it's just wild, the amount of work that goes into it.
To just making it look like it's like a real happening thing. Almost like the work we put into making our Minecraft village appear as if it's like an actual place. Like when we created an artificial environment for our Minecraft people.
Right. Yeah, and it's like, it is absolutely insane the amount of detail that is going on inside that grocery store that nobody will ever see. Because I'm genuinely thinking that the way that, you know, any movie works, the stars are talking out in the parking lot and everything behind them is out of focus.
Yeah.
So, I swear to God, dude, so like my choreography was this. When they called action, I waited until he got out of his car and walked a little bit into the middle of the parking lot, and then I started walking. And I walked, and he says like, "Hey, Dad," and I can't hear what the dad says because he's facing the other way, and he says, "They're shipping me out tomorrow." And I open the door and I walk in, and I make sure it doesn't slam behind me because that would be, you know, a sound. And as I walk in, we wait a couple seconds, and then he goes, "Okay," whatever their names are.
Can you hear them when you're in the store?
No, not at all. And then he goes, the assistant director who's inside, like running all of the extras, he goes, you know, whatever the 2 extras' names are, you guys go. And they're a couple who's just paid, and they walk out the front door, and God knows what they do outside. I go in, I pick up a can of salmon, and I look at the can of salmon, and I decide, no, I don't want the can of salmon. And I go behind the little thing, and I walk down 2 or 3 aisles, and I wait. And then I duck out, and I look at the dog food. And then I decide, no, I don't want that dog food, and I put it down, and I walk back behind the aisles. I go back through. I smile at the cashier, who is an extra, who is hired specifically to be that cashier, who will never be seen. Her whole choreography is to stock this one shelf. Yeah, it's right in the window. There is so much going on in that grocery store of the background of one scene in that movie.
Jesus Christ.
It is wild. I couldn't believe how much detail went into it because nobody is ever going to see that. They had like 9 people interacting with this store inside and out.
That's a lot of money
crazy.
too, like to just spend on people doing mundane shit that you wouldn't ever really even get to see.
Right.
Like spending it on COVID tests and shit like that too.
Yeah, they pay like $45 for us to get COVID tested, and then $150.
A piece?
Yeah, and then $150 for 12 hours. But I only worked 8.
And how many extras would you say were involved?
Hundreds of extras total.
So we're talking just thousands of dollars just for one day
Oh.
of shooting just to pay extras.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, no wonder movies cost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Now you also said that you're going to be playing a Marine, but that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's my next day is the 26th of February, which
so
is a
10
long
days
time
from
in the
the-
past from this episode, but
10 days
yeah,
from
so-
now.
Yeah. And I guess we're doing some battle sequence, so that'll be probably entertaining to talk about more than just like walking in the background. But it was really
Right.
fascinating. I really can't believe how much work goes into it. Because
It makes
I
me
swear-
kind of sad because we always talked about, I mean, we had our idea for separate realities to have something take place in the 50s. Now that just seems totally unobtainable,
Oh.
especially on our budget. Like, how would we ever recreate the 50s unless we just went to
Yeah.
a ghost town from the 50s that never changed?
Yeah, because like they had, there were all of the signs that were in the windows and all of the cans and all of the things on the shelf, all of the 50s advertising was all from one place in Atlanta that they rented it from, and they all had return address labels on them so that you could get them back to this person. But I mean, they rented like 50, 60 advertising signs to hang up in the windows from this guy. Hellman's mayonnaise, 50 cents.
Oh, they still sell that.
Right. And then I would say 200 to 300 canned goods and stuff like that inside just to put in the windows.
Good God. So this
And
guy just
then-
had, like, some guy in Atlanta just has, like, fucking hundreds
I
and
guess
hundreds
so.
of, like, tunas
Yeah.
from the 50s.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, and clearly he must be making a good buck on it, because maybe he's got maybe he supplies a lot of movies that are filming down here. I don't know.
That's
Georgia's
so weird.
bustling with films right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I know Tyler Perry. Yeah.
Tyler
He's in
Perry
Atlanta?
Yeah, he kind of he sort of drew people down to Georgia to film, and now then the budget or the tax offices get involved, and they're like, well, if you film here, we'll give you a huge tax break, and then like it incentivizes people to come here to film. So now it's like,
Right, because they don't want to
You know.
spend their money in California anymore. 'Cause
Right,
It's
The
like, well,
Walking
it's
Dead.
actually cheaper for us to fly everybody out here
Yeah.
rather than pay all of the fucking taxes
mm-hmm,
that we have to pay in California. That's sad.
right,
It's weird to me, like, when you think about it, how many movies take place in California, in Los Angeles specifically. Just for me, it's just like for the sake of, like, well, this is where we are.
right,
It makes no sense to me. I'm like, why is this happening in California?
right.
And it
Well,
plays
and
like a huge part in it.
And I don't know why, but the whole time we were there, I just assumed the movie took place in Savannah. I don't know why, because I'm like, why else would they? But it doesn't. The scene that they filmed downtown was like supposed to be a Paris street market, and I could see it once they put,
Oh,
once
really?
Kind of transformed it. And where we were, I think, is in Boston. So it's like it's really random.
Hold on, where you filmed it was supposed to be in Paris, but where you were was in Boston?
No, the scene that Taylor filmed the other day was like
Oh.
in a different place, and
I
they
wanted to ask
that was
about-
supposed to be a Paris street.
Oh, okay, I want to ask about that. What is Taylor doing in the movie?
She, in her scene, she interacted with Joe Jonas. He
Really?
tips her hat at her, but she's like walking down the street as a tourist in France. And then in another scene, she's on the beach.
Damn,
Not,
that's cool.
Like, relaxing on the beach.
And you're gonna be a fucking Marine. Now that seems exciting to me. I wonder where they're even gonna film that.
It's somewhere else in Georgia, I think Statesboro, Georgia, or Statesville, or something like that.
You have to
It's somewhere
drive
else.
to like a whole other city.
It's just like 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. So it's not too bad. But
So
yeah.
they're just going to make it look
Taylor
like
has-
what war is this? Korean War? That's the 50s Korean War?
Yeah, it must be. I guess it could be the very end of World War II, I guess. But no, because World War II ended in 45. So
Yeah,
I
it
guess
would have to
couldn't
be
be
the
that.
Korean. So they're
Yeah.
just going to make that look like Korea? I wonder how they're going to transform the landscape. Like,
Right. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, certainly it'll be another. I'm sure it'll be another episode.
I can't wait to fucking see this movie when it comes out, though. I
Yeah,
mean, if theaters are open, I would love to go
Yeah.
see it just for the fucking I've been telling everybody about this just because I'm like, Zach's going to be in a movie. Like, Zach's doing it. I'm like, I think it's really fucking exciting.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, you kind of kept me in it because that day I was getting real fed up with having my time wasted. And
Yeah, you didn't want to do it, and I'm just like, why?
Right, you're like, why wouldn't you do it? And I called them like pretty much right after that, and they were like, yeah, come in. Had like no idea anything was like that I had even left. You know, they're like, yeah, we're waiting on you. But then after I'm ready to be done with it at that point because I'm like, this is exhausting. And I didn't take my phone with me to the set because they told us not to. But some people did because I didn't realize that, like I could have put it in my coat and at least had it sitting nearby so I could at least check my phone in between takes.
Right.
Because I had no idea what time it is. And for me, that's when it like seems like time is infinite.
Well, yeah.
Because I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning, and I would say we filmed that first scene until probably 12:30.
Good God.
So then they took us back to the high school, and they dismissed some people, and then they kept a few of us, changed our costumes, and took us down to the hotel set, which was an even further walk.
So you were part of the people they kept?
Yeah.
So I bet you're just like, oh my fucking God, why couldn't I just go home?
Yeah, at first I was, but you know, it wasn't as bad as it ended up. But I did want to go home. There's no doubt that I was like, yeah, I would much rather be going home, like all those other people who are going home right now. But so we walk all the way downtown to this hotel that I think is an actual hotel. It might be an apartment building. I couldn't really tell because I mean I don't know what was already. I don't know, like there was a big awning that said like the DuPont Hotel, but I don't know if that's set dressing and it's actually an apartment building or what, but so the set is basically looking at the front door of this hotel, and the people, the stars or whoever, come out of the hotel, and like some people go back into the hotel. And at first, me and my partner, whose name was Emily, were supposed to like walk down the street and just happen to like pass in front of the hotel as like stuff is happening up on the thing. But as we were filming, it took forever for us to get there, and eventually they started noticing some sort of the way the sun was shining on the building was creating a glare in the camera. And so they had us, Emily and I, go stand there and literally just act as sun blockage. So he's like, you guys are gonna, he said, Zach and Emily, come here. He's like, you guys are just gonna come up here and do static talking. And so just literally stand there and just pretend like
with
we
your
were
hands in
talking.
your pocket and just like conversate outside the hotel?
Yeah, so I was holding a big ass suitcase that they gave me, and we're basically like the front door, the like door to the hotel is probably like 10 feet from me at this point, but I have my back to the camera, and Emily is facing me, so she's kind of facing the camera, and we're standing way off to the side, so I imagine we're barely seen in this scene, and if we are, it's my back. And we just stand there and we keep doing this scene over and over again, and just literally I keep pantomiming things like, you know, saying things like, oh, it was really great to see you, like I can't wait to, you know, fly back and see you, you know, looking at my fake watch and being like, oh, I'm gonna miss my flight, I better go. The whole time she's clearly mouthing blah blah blah, like blah 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 blah. It was so hard to like have like a scene, you know what I mean? And I think it's because she knew, you know, obviously nobody is going to see this, But I'm like, but if they are, I want it to, I mean, I at least want it to look like we're having a conversation. The only real interesting thing that happened there, because to me, the main thing that I thought was interesting is that we're just literally acting to absorb the glare off of the building.
Right.
But as we're getting ready to film, at 1 o'clock, the church, like downtown, starts ringing their bells. Shouldn't take too long, so we pause. When the long ass song ends, he's like, all right, the director's like, all right, background, like camera rolling, he's like starting up the process, and he's like, ready, and then the fucking bells go again, and he's like, ha ha ha, like hold, he's like, keep camera rolling, like we're just thinking like it's gonna be like bong bong and then be done, but it does the whole song over again, the whole like 45 seconds of chimes.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bing.
So it finally ends again for the second time, and he's like, all right, like, let's get this going. And I swear to God, it happens again. And so, of course, like, now everybody's like, sort of breaking, like, laughing, like, this is funny. The director himself is like, are you serious? Like, and this is another thing.
He's talking into like a microphone.
Yeah, there's
Are you serious?
May have seen you may have seen pictures in like or like back documentaries about like the making of movies where like they're like in a tent and like just watching all the screens.
Yeah.
So that's where he's at, and I never saw him, and it was really creepy to me that there's just this tent there that in the first scene in the grocery store scene, I'm like walking right near that tent, and there's just someone in there who can see what I'm doing, who I can't see, who might be like, why is he doing that? Obviously, he's not paying attention to me, but it was just so nerve-wracking to me because I couldn't even see him,
like
to be like, oh yeah,
Big
he
Brother.
looks like a nice guy. So they're completely enclosed in this tent, and you can only hear them over a microphone. And every call that they make, rolling, then all of the assistant directors are like, rolling! Like, they just scream it too. Finally, we're getting ready to do it, and it finally goes a fourth time, these chimes. And he's like, all right, we're just going to do it with the chimes in the background. So we take like 2 or 3 takes with these chimes just going off in the background.
Why are they going off so much?
We have no idea. We started talking like, is it a holiday? No. I was like, maybe somebody got married. Like, that's the only thing we can think of. Or that maybe the church was throwing some protest, like, stop filming movies downtown.
Maybe, yeah.
Know. But eventually they stopped, and we got a few takes of it. And after that, they dismissed us for the day, and I was blessed. I was like, great. Because at that point, I still had 4 hours left that I was supposed to be there, so I'm like blessed. 4 hours early.
Right, you got $150.
Right, and it was cool. It was a cool little, it was a cool experience.
Have you been paid for it yet?
Apparently, the checks came in the mail today. Actually, I wasn't sure when they would come, so yeah, I have apparently been paid for it.
That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next shoot, but I'm a little more nervous about it because it's a 3-day shoot, so it's going to be kind of exhausting, I'm sure.
Oh, it's a 3-day shoot?
Yeah, and it's technically so on February 25th I have to even on February 24th I have to go for a COVID test so that I can on February 25th go to the rehearsal for the February 26th, March 1st, March 2nd shooting.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, I also want to ask, what were you wearing? Like, what did they dress you up in for the scene you did today?
The first scene, I was wearing, like, brown trouser pants and, like, this yellow plaid button-up and a fedora and like these really old, like leather, really tight leather, really small brown shoes. And then in the second scene, they changed the hat. I put on a button-up, a white collared button-up, and then they gave me a red and yellow tie that they were like, oh, they're going to love this tie. They are just going to eat this tie up. They are going to love this tie.
Who's they?
He says. The people that are costuming me. They are going to love this tie. I don't know why he was really loving it. And then they put me in a trench coat, and I don't know why, but he's like, there you go. And as we're walking to the set, actually, I'm waiting for cars to pass by. And this guy rolls down his window and yells, "Inspector Gadget!"
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I mean, I might as well have been, and I honestly, I felt kind of cool walking downtown in that outfit because honestly, they were really good at finding things that fit really well, and I felt really sexy in both outfits. Honestly,
really,
I would never obviously wear them, but I felt like I looked really good in both outfits, especially the trench coat outfit. However, all you can see of it is the back of my head in that scene.
Well, I guess if I see a guy in a trench coat in the movie, I'll just assume it's you.
Right. Well, of course, when I watch it, you know, I'm gonna be like, oh, yep, look out for me in this scene, and this scene, and this scene. We'll have to have a viewing party, of course.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
At that point, we'll just, you know, have to come home and have a big viewing party.
That'd be so fucking cool.
We're the extras.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting.
I was telling Abigail about this, and I was like, yeah, Zach was also in another movie that was in London, which I like kind of.
Taylor.
Huh? Oh, that was Taylor. Oh.
Yeah.
You weren't in that.
We watched that one. That was False Flag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was an extra in that one as well.
Oh,
she's done. So yeah, I guess she's done a little bit more.
She's been in
extra
2
work.
Movies.
Right.
That's pretty fucking cool.
She got cast in a short student film as well. So
really?
She's working down here. She is working.
Well, she's gonna be on motherfucking Letterboxd. I mean,
I
with your doing, if you like, you could just add her to IMDb as an extra. Then she'll be on the fucking Letterboxd list. You could look her up.
Right.
Yourself included.
False
now
Flag,
with this,
she is.
She's already on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I added False Flag to Letterboxd in its entirety, and of course included her as an extra. It says like Taylor Nelson uncredited extra.
That's cool.
Yeah,
God damn, I want to be in a movie.
Yeah, I can't. I'm really excited to see it. I hope that I make the cut. Like, I hope that you know that these scene, like, you know, what if the grocery scene in its entirety just ends up being cut from the movie, or the scene at the hotel, they're like, well, we don't really need to see them come out of the hotel. We assume they come out of the hotel.
Right.
And then I'm just not in it. But such is life.
You're just like in a sea of Marines. And it's just like, yeah, one of those Marines is probably me.
Yeah, exactly. And I gotta tell you, there were so many people, because especially at the second location, because it was just right downtown in the middle of Savannah, and there were so many tourists just walking around being like, what is this? And asking so many questions about it. Like, I mean, I would too, I guess, if I was more outgoing, and I guess I would ask somebody what was going on. But it was just weird to me because people would like stand around. They're like, are you getting ready to shoot? And Emily would respond like, yeah, I think like probably in the next couple minutes. And then they would like wait, which I get it. It's, you know, it's different. And, you know, people aren't used to like seeing a movie be filmed. But from a technical standpoint, like there's nothing to really see. You know what I mean? Like you can see the equipment and like just the spectacle of everything being set up was, you know, interesting enough. But to watch
look,
the
honey,
scene
this is
play
how they
out,
film the movies.
Right. Like to see, you know, you can't hear any dialogue, you know, it's not mic'd like to play out to the audience or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can't hear any audio. Everybody's being silent, and so like all they could really see was just people walk back and forth every time they called action. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like I get it. I get why you would be interested to see it, but there's really nothing to see. Because it's designed to be seen through the camera on the screen, you know?
Right. Did you manage to get any vlog clips?
The only clips that I got were me in the dressing room because I was too nervous to film on set, of course.
Right.
But I got one of me walking in the Inspector Gadget outfit, but you can't really see it. Though I did get a quick peek of the spectacular tie. And I did get I can show you this one kind of. Not the clip, but it has a picture of me in the shopper outfit.
Yeah, you look like a man from the 50s. Oh my god.
This tag was on my bag of clothing so that I could know how I was supposed to wear it, I guess. And so
Wait, is that not you?
no, that was me. But they took a photo of me and the fitting, and then I guess attached it for continuity. I don't know why they didn't. I guess they didn't think I would know how to put it on. I don't know. But so I took a clip of that, but that was all I could really get. I'm hoping once I'm there for a couple days next week or so that I'll maybe get a chance to film something else.
Yeah, film fucking battle scene secretly.
Right. This is what's happening. Joe Jonas dies. I have no idea. That's not a spoiler. Like,
It'd be funny as fuck if you spoiled it on MOATAIF.
Right. If that is a spoiler alert, I swear to God, I didn't know.
I mean, he is like the second lead actor. He's set
like,
up to
as
die.
Soon as I said it, like he easily could be the one that dies. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, and I'm also interested to, like, as I watch the movie and watch the background, see if there was like anybody that I noticed since I met some of these people. Be like, oh hey, that girl's in this scene too. It's going to be a completely different viewing experience, and I already am going to buy it on Blu-ray for sure because I'm.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Everybody's getting a copy of Devotion for Christmas.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I meant we're in this. Here's a movie we're in.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking cool though. Here's my latest flick, in case you haven't seen it.
Yeah, and then have it be like a Where's Waldo.
Right, like see if you can find me.
Right.
No big deal.
Take a photo if you think it's me, and I'll verify if it's me. No, that's not me. Nope, that's not me either.
This is me. Go to 4434 and look in the top right.
And do you see that man in the back? You see the back of that man? There's a glare there, and if he wasn't there, you wouldn't even like this scene. Fuck. But it's been a cool experience. And
that is pretty fucking cool.
Obviously, the next time I go, I'll be sure to, maintain memories and hopefully get more videos, but certainly maintain memories so I can milk another episode out of it, I guess.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. We definitely can use some good gravy.
It's always good gravy content, life experiences, and you don't get too many of them these days.
Nope.
I think that's like the big thing, you just don't get too many, like the one sidebar, the podcast This Might Get Weird with Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart used to be all about like Mamrie Hart's wild adventures. Like she would go to like random ass shit like guinea pig contests and talk about,
fuck?
You know what I mean? And talk about it like, oh, I saw this. I went to a foraging workshop that I found on Craigslist, and then would talk about it.
What the fuck?
And now that those things aren't happening, she lives in California, so there's nothing like that.
They're like completely locked down, so they're like.
It's like they're just
year of lockdown.
Like, exactly. They just talk about like things that have happened at their house, which is fine. I still enjoy listening to it, but I think gravy and all podcasts work better with life experiences.
Right,
to talk
for
about.
sure. Well, I assume I'll have some life experience to add to the gravy mix soon, but nothing's been happening with me almost at all.
You know how it goes. I'm excited to hear about your future bass playing.
Yeah, my musicianship. Apparently, we're supposed to be playing a lot this summer, so
that'll be nice. That's definitely a good gravy recipe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck. Well, folks, get vaccinated so we can have more life experiences, and so
definitely
RJ can play shows this summer, and we can watch him at Spinoza's and then go see my film in theaters without a mask on afterwards. But only if you get vaccinated, folks. I guess this is a vaccination podcast now. Stay
vaxxed.
I'm just a small town boy from Appalachia.